particle has an anti-particle. Negative side. Instead of light.
Right, there we go. Hello. Dread Mechanic here. Back for some more Apex Mechs, not Apex Mechs, sorry, I'm miles away. Back for some more Space Engineers 2. I'm doing the wrong intro because I'm an idiot. My mind is in other places. So, how are we all this weekend? This week, rather. Suggestion, audios, streams, current bitrate is lower than YouTube. Are you getting sound? I hope you are getting sound. Getting weird alerts on YouTube. Yeah, I presume it's getting audio. If it's not getting audio, let me know in the chat. Right, so we are back for more Space Engineers 2. Right, so I may as well start the stream off. You might notice there is a goal at the top right corner of my screen. I'm not usually one for doing internet begging, but this is a bit of a heartfelt situation. One of my cats is not particularly well at the moment, and vet bills and associated things are quite expensive in the UK. So if anyone is willing to donate any money towards me getting my cat seen to by a vet and getting him some much needed medical attention, there is a link on the stream page that will take you to my tips page on Streamlabs, and it would be very much appreciated. Other than that, we will carry on with some Space Engineers 2. Why is YouTube saying it's getting no audio? Give me 1 second. I don't know, it's just YouTube being stupid and giving me weird alerts for no reason. Okie dokie. Right. So I think we're all good to continue then. So what were we doing last week? Last week we were building a little outpost workshop section to my base. So let me just quickly pull up where's it gone? The reference pictures that I was working off. Where have you gone? Ah, there you go. That's the one that I've been using as a sort of rough design idea. Groovy. Awesome. Right, let's continue where we left off. Right, so we were building this warehouse last time. And what else did I want to do here? Oh yes, I needed to... Oop. Falling through the floor. Let's pop a bit of steel into there. Yeah, because I was laying out blueprints, wasn't I? Fantastic. Right. So. Okay, right, we may as well get a little bit of iron popped into the floor here. Do it in third person mode, so it's not quite so claustrophobic. It feels a little bit squished in first person sometimes. Have we run out of iron, more or less? I was going to grab some more. There should be plenty in the as the yet unnamed drill rig. Go. We have got some more iron. Right, so what do we want to do in here? We need to decorate this building on the inside with something. I mean, the long-term plan is going to be a workshop for building robots in, but I've not got, well, any of the parts really to actually do that at the moment, so there's going to be a lot of putting things in as a bit of a placeholder for now. And then doing a lot of greens eventually, hopefully, where a rotor and piston things like that are going to live. Oh. YouTube lost signal for a second, and it's back again. Okay. Well, yeah, well, obviously we don't have rotors and pistons or anything like that yet, so I'll probably just pop some things in, like I said, as a bit of a placeholder until those blocks become a thing. Ooh, I'm very low on health, I only just noticed that. Right, let's go get some health and some energy and some more iron. Get some health from over here. And a little bit of energy. Fantastic. Right, let's go get more iron. And do some of these walls.
Inventory full.
Yeah, so that's going to be the main way in to this warehouse, where we shall hopefully be building robots in the not too distant future. Intent keen. VS 2.2 can't come soon enough. Yeah. So we'll just have a load of walls at the front here. And then some grills across the side. And then we need a buttload of iron to do that roof. As these half blocks take up an ungodly amount of iron. So we'll just pop that in for the moment. as a little placeholder. I want to get the main structure done before I go mad on that roof. Nice, there we go. Oop. There we go, that is connected. Yeah, so I need to do that. Oh yes, and I was messing around with window designs, wasn't I? I might actually change that and design something new for over here. That was just a cut and paste job from one of the other buildings. I reckon we could probably do something a little bit more interesting on this building. That's all the steel I want to put in the roof for now. Let's grab some more iron and do some more walls. Right, that wall can get done. We'll pop some windows in there eventually. Ooh, that's a point. I'll have to check how much silicon I've got. I'm not entirely certain how much I do have. Can't really remember where we were up to last week. Oh, you know what, we'll just do this ground level bit for the moment. Saves all the flying around. Do the flying around a bit. Oh, there we go. Oh, no, I'm out of bits.
Inventory full.
Thank you, sweet lady. Stating the obvious. Right, so what else am I going to need in here? I'm going to need to think of a space to eventually, hopefully, build a computer in here to control stuff. Sooner or later, we should get some logic blocks like timers and things. At least I hope so. Hopefully we'll get a small variant, so I might designate a little space here to build a computer for that. But we'll finish these walls first. We'll finish them when we've got more iron. And we'll probably... I don't know, we've got a little bit left. We will have to go and get more iron in a bit though. Right, so what else do I need in here? I need a space for a computer. I'll need some kind of cargo access. Might even potentially build another manufacturing plant over here. And we can start tearing that building down and redistributing the parts to more convenient places. I've also got a few ideas for some shelving units and things like that I can put in here to make it look cool. Probably not be the most practical, but at least look nice in a workshop kind of environment. One more wall left to do, essentially. Oop.
Inventory full.
Let's get this corner section done. We can do some greebling inside. And some greebling outside too. We need some lights in here. So, might build a lighting rig in the roof. And more iron. We got any left? Yeah, we've got a little bit left. Hopefully enough to finish off this wall. Yep, that's sound. That's plenty. Cool. Right. Now I'll put another little bit of wall. Oh, button. Oh, yeah. Be the top of our window frame there. A bunch of them. Oh, close. There we go. Have we got enough iron to get these welded? Should do. Wicked. Right. Windows. Let's pop some windows in, and then we'll have to go and grab some more resources. So, what have we got? Big square windows. Got little skinny windows. I quite like them. I think we'll just do that up the side for now. Maybe greeble in a window frame in a minute. Come on, there you go. Right, that all needs a lot of silicon, doesn't it? Yes, lots of silicon. Do we have silicon? That's the wrong container. It should all be out here. We've got a little bit of silicon. Not a massive amount. We'll see how far that gets us. Weld up some of these windows. I'm thinking of a decent colour scheme as well. But then again, we've only got primary colours to work with at the moment, so colour schemes are kind of limited. Oop, that is a wall. Speaking of walls, I might actually pop a bit of iron into here. Start welding that little pillar box up in a minute. Actually, we're going to have to go get more iron first before we do that. Let's grab the last of that silicon. Weld up some more windows, and then we'll go grab more iron and more silicon. Oh, and battery is running low. Have to go and recharge in a minute. And we're out of silicon. That's... Yeah, we're out of silicon. Let's use up that last little bit of iron as well, why don't we? Back to that in a minute. Missing part of its blueprint. Blueprint. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, how much more of this can we get away with the iron that we've got? We'll just start up here. Right, we're going to have to go and recharge one way or the other. We need to recharge. Okay, let's go and get more iron then. So, iron deposit is over there. Thrusters are on. Camera position is still weird. About 20 feet above where I'm sitting. Sounds nice and awkward. Let's go and get more iron. I still need a name for this ship. I haven't thought of one yet. There we go. Right, iron deposit. First thing we need to do is deal with the invisible environmental litter, which will absolutely respawn while we've been away. Go. Stupid invisible rocks. Reappearing. There we go. There's another one. Go. Any more invisible rocks want to make an appearance? No, I think that was the only invisible rocks, wasn't it? Could be. Dig more iron. I wonder why the camera position does put me all the way up here when I'm sat all the way down there. Very strange. Let's dig out a bit more of this side here. Need to see how far this iron deposit extends out. go as far as that? Looks like it might extend a bit further out, actually. That's good. Oh, I can't wait till we get cameras in this game as well. That'll be nice. And to mount one on the bottom of the ship so I can see what's going on down there. Oh, what invisible nonsense am I sticking to this time, SE2? The invisible nonsense is in the way this time. Definitely sticking on something then. There we go. Getting some more iron. Right, what have we got? Nearly 30,000. What am I sticking on now, Keen? Invisible voxels are getting rather annoying. You can get about 40 tons in it fairly comfortably. 236, 38. Inventory full. Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah, that's pretty chunky now. Feel that weight in the ship. Ah, there we go. Right, that's a good little stash of iron. That will keep us going for a bit. Although we're also going to go and have to get some silicon from over there in a minute. We'll need that too. See the top of my own head. I think I need to adjust some of the settings of my skull mod. When I'm sitting in a seat. Let's land here for a minute. We will go and get more silicon in a little bit. I want to do a little bit more greebling first with some iron, so let's get those thrusters off. Bit of iron in the inventory. Wicked. Right, you can weld those windows up whenever. What else can we do to greeble in here? So that's going to have a rotor in it eventually. And then we'll need to build a computer up here to control all of that stuff eventually. I have none of the parts yet for any of that kind of stuff. But we will map out a few bits for when that becomes a thing. So what I might do is have a little box just here to build a computer inside of eventually. What do we do to make it look a little more interesting than just a box? Those bits welded up. Because eventually I'll probably fill this with times and things, because now that we've got the unified grid system in this game, rather than separate grids like SE1, I won't need to do the rotor trick I usually do. At least hopefully. I should eventually get just some small block rotors I can put in, small block timers and things that I can put in there. You know what, we might even... Where's the doors gone? Have I gone past them? Have I got doors on my toolbar? Yes, I have. There they are. So I could even potentially have a door on the front of it and have the computer room as a separate little thing that we can walk into. We need to go get parts of that door, so we could have a door there. Potentially a little, like, server room in here or something. Probably it'll change when the blocks appear in game and I find out I can't do any of the things I want to do with it, but we'll go with this idea for now. Where are my decorative blocks? There they are. Right, so that could then be a little room to keep the controls for what is going to be the construction platform in the middle. Now, where have the buttons gone? Have I even got them on the toolbar? What I'll eventually end up having is a series of buttons here for manipulating that control panel, or manipulating this control arm here. Well, that doesn't seem quite enough room, but yeah, we can go with that for now. That's going to need parts. What parts does that need? Oh, silicon, ironically. The stuff we need to go and get next. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hello, Marcus. Sorry, I didn't see your chat, your message there. How are you doing, mate? I'm just tinkering around with some ideas while I wait for VS 2.2. Continue to wait for it anyway. Right, what else can we do in here? You know what, I probably want to actually just weld this roof up because the wireframe gets a little bit confusing to look at after a while. So we will chuck a load of iron into that roof. Far more than I think is actually necessary. Oh, what's that? Marcus, good, just happy to be home now. That's cool. Glad you're home, safe and sound. Ah, more iron. Oh, I really hope they reduce the resource requirements for these blocks in a future update. You just need far too much of it to do stuff. So that requires a whole buttload of iron for just a wedge piece. So yeah, I came across an interesting little mod for Space Engineers 2 today, that I was completely unaware of for some reason, called Not a Rotor Mod. Unfortunately, it's not survival compatible, otherwise I would have loaded it into this game to tinker around with, but yeah, well, it appears that one of the devs has slapped a few bits and pieces together and made a sort of semi-functional rotor and a piston to play with. I say rotor in very loose terms, because it is technically just two buttons joined together to create a strange little device. It kind of functions like a rotor, but it doesn't have any limit settings or shear inertia tensor or any of that kind of stuff. You can literally just make it spin, and that's about it, so it's quite limited in what you can do, but I was tinkering around with it in a zero gravity environment and successfully made a little subgrid arm, but again, there's no toolbar actions or anything like that, so there's not much you can program with it. All you can really do is position the arm, and even then, it's not got any limits, so it doesn't really stay where you left it. But the interesting thing about the mod is it is made out of... where are they? It is made out of two small button panels, so it's essentially a 25cm rotor, which gives me hope that we will get 25cm mechanical blocks, because if it can function like that fairly well in mod form, there's no reason we can't get it for realsies when VS 2.2 drops. So I want to build tiny robots. I want tiny mechanical blocks to build those robots. And one of the devs has made a mod that is basically a tiny rotor, so it all gives me hope that I will get what I want.
Inventory full.
We've still got loads of iron left in there, that is fine. So what else are we going to need in here? We will need some kind of conveyor connection. Work out where I can put that. We're also going to need a lot of lights. And we're also going to need some power over here, because this is technically a separate grid from everything else now. Because I ended up deleting that blueprint by mistake last week. Do 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 do. a little bit more iron.
Inventory full.
And then we've got a roof. I do wonder when we're going to get new skins to paint with. When we're going to get something other than just this one kind of generic block texture that we have at the moment. Oh, more iron. Oh, that is a wall.
Inventory full.
It would be nice to get some more textures to play with. Oh. You know what I mean? That iron runs out so quickly.
Inventory full.
And that is the last of the roof blocks. Awesome. Have I got any iron left after that? Not really. Wow. All of that iron went into building just that roof. Cool. That seems worth it. Right, what can we do in here then? So we're going to need some lights in here. We're also going to need some shelving units. So I've got some ideas for them. So let's do some lights first. Let's make some kind of lighting truss or something like that. Where are my truss blocks? There they are. And what could we do with you? What could we do with you? So this warehouse is mostly going to get you... the idea is, at least, it's mostly going to get used for building spider tanks and multi-pads and things. We might be able to get away with having some light hanging down a little bit. It's 10 blocks across, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So we can't have a centre of the block. We have to be offset by a little bit. So, we will go that side. And that side. What else have we got to play with? I really want some angled truss blocks. That's next on one of the things that's next on my wish list of blocks that I'd like to get. Ooh, that's in the wrong place, so we might just do. You know, actually, let's finish off one, and then we can just copy and paste the blueprint of it. So let's pop that into there. And what can we do with lights? Where are my lights? So, spotlights are 2 blocks across. Obviously they are. Oh, but it does mean it would be in the centre of that line, so that's good. In that case, we could... Actually, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Oh yeah, we should be able to... Yeah, that's in the middle, isn't it? 4 to there, 4 to there. Yeah, cool.
Suit energy low.
Oh, I just did that in the wrong place. That the suit lady, is my suit energy low again? Give me a second then. Yeah, okay. Right, let me go recharge. A few ideas for this little lighting rig. We're on 45 minutes, that's not too bad. Right, let's go back to my trust blocks. Where have they gone? There they are. That would be smaller one. We'll have them opposites, so the cross braces are alternated. It looks a little bit more structurally sound. Where have those decorative blocks gone again? So we can have that there, that there, we can have them in there. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I've just had a better idea though. I think I've just had a better idea. So if I built one there, skip that one there, let's put a marker in place, skip that one there, skip that one there. Okay, that will work out nice and evenly. Awesome. Cool. So, I actually think I want to have this light hang down a little bit from the roof. So what we could do is, where have those blocks gone? There they are. Get rid of that again. Let's put in a couple of them as placeholders. We're going to build up that instead. Where have those little decorative blocks gone? I lose them every time. There we go. Ooh. What happened there? Yeah, I might do something like that actually. So we can have those in there, those in there. We can get a few more triangles in there. Does that seem a bit chunky? Let's take that up and sit back exactly the same way. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, that looks nicer. We'll go with that. You can make the connection properly. That goes there. That goes there. Like the cube, that is the cube. Yeah, I like that better. Right, where have my lights gone? So, let's put... There it is. That's the correct way around. Let's have it... Yeah, let's have it that way. Let's delete all of that. We're going to replace that in a second. That's all garbage. That looks much better. Now, is there anything we can do to this light? Actually, you know what? Let's weld some of this first. And then we can mess with the light, because we are absolutely going to have to go and get some silicon for the light. Oh no. Nope, the lights only need iron. I thought they'd been some silicon. For the lens and stuff, but apparently not. Yeah, cool. That in there, and we're gonna. Oh, we do still need a power source over here. You know what? That's what we can build in this little room for the moment until we actually get some computer blocks to play with. Can I get that in there? Yeah, we'll just stick a battery in there for now. That can sort of represent the computer that we're going to place over here, build here eventually. What else can we do then to greeble this light and make it look cool? We're only really limited to those tiny blocks at the moment, aren't we? There's not much in terms of small decorative things I can tinker with. Yeah, they only come in two sizes, don't they? Yeah, that's a bit big to do anything interesting with. But I might just go with more decorative blocks then. Oh, items and things. No, they're all a bit chunky to be doing anything decorative with. Yeah. Where are my detail blocks then? Where have they gone? There they are. Might just keep it simple for now. Do something like so. Ooh, or actually, could we have the light mounted? Swap blocks. Get that out. Let's get that light out again. Get that out. Where's my decorative blocks gone? Right. Bin all of them. Don't need them. Oh, I can't wait till we get some smaller sections of these things. Maybe some skinnier ones. A round one that size would be nice. But that's not going to help us. Bum, 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 bum. Would essentially do something like that for the moment. have a little mounting point on that, and then pop a light on the end of that. Where have my spots gone? There they are. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, actually, probably pop the detail blocks around the front end of it. A little sort of lampshade type thing now. Oh, it'd help if we got that block the right way round. There we go. I might make that lampshade section a slightly different colour. Take the lamp as well. Yeah, that's not too bad. Right, let's partial copy this whole thing. So let's start there. We need to go out to there, we need to go out to there. A little bit higher. The whole thing? No, no, not quite. Cool, that's the whole thing. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, that seems
Energy low.
evenly spaced. Yes, suit lady, I know, my power is running low. Go. Yeah, cool, right. That can go. Let's paste another one, and then go and recharge before suit lady starts shouting at us. Or before we start randomly dying. There we go. Like it went down a little bit low, to be honest, but meh, we'll leave it for now. If it becomes a problem, we'll just change this in the future. I think it looks quite cool for the moment. Oh, that's the wrong block. That's the block we want. Thank you. Do one row here. We'll do another row there. That's the 2 down. The 2 to go on this row. So I see there's another sector of space getting unlocked on Monday, apparently. I noticed there was a stream scheduled for Monday evening for the, what was it, Helios? Something with a H system. So there's going to be another bit of space to play in. I wonder if it's going to come with a new planet or not. Yeah, that's another light built. Ruby. Have we got enough iron to finish off this last one? Hopefully, yes. And last little bit of that lampshade. Oop, need not the microphone. Nope, that's my YouTube signal cutting out. Again, want to come back, please? There we go, back again. Rolls off. Ah, there we go. Okay, right, let's recharge. We're going to need to grab some more iron, which we have none of. So, yeah, let's go grab some silicon, and then we'll go and grab another buttload of iron. Oh, I can't wait till we get toolbar commands, so I don't have to keep switching my thrusters off from there. Where's the silicon? It is that one. Let's go and get some silicon. Is there going to be more invisible, respawning terrain litter that I have to grind out again? Almost. Certainly. Where's that? Nope. Is there any over here that needs grinding out? Yes, I'm sitting on it. Oh, invisible litter. Whenever will you stop being a problem? There it is. Stupid rock. Thank you. Right, any other bits? I think it's just that one that's a problem. Yeah, I think it's just that one right in the middle. There we go. We'll grab 10 tons of this and then fill up on iron the rest of the way, I think. We need a good chunk, but we need more iron than anything else. might have to dig out a bit of the side of this a bit. Get to a bit more silicon. What invisible voxels am I stuck on now? There we go. There we go. That's better. And that is 10,000. Cool. Right. That'll do that. Where's my iron deposit? It's that one. Cool. I'm gonna grab some iron. Let's go and grab this. Oop. 600 kilometers an hour is probably not a great idea. Quite fast to be travelling. Especially when we weigh 27 tons. Right, here we go. Iron. Grab some more of you, and then do some more greebling at the base. But let's take out this chunk here. Open the pit up a little bit more. Looks like this iron deposit's quite big actually, and there's a load of it dropped on the floor. Let's scoop up that bit. It's still valuable, still useful. Right, carry on. Oop, carry on. There we go. Doom voxel forming there. Let's grind that out before it becomes a problem. There we go. Right, grab about 20 tons of iron. Take this back to base. Actually, we'll grab a little bit more. Not screaming at us that the inventory is full yet, so we'll keep going a little bit more. In fact, we should be able to get to 30, shouldn't we? Oh, just about. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. You're nice and chunky now. And you're pooping out little bits of iron. Right. Back to base then. Oh, more iron again. Spat out of random places. Right, we should get one of these warehouses finished today. How's the battery doing on this ship? It's got plenty of charge, that's fine. Don't need to recharge it just yet. Base that way, so it's easier to get into the containers. Right, thrusters off. Save power. Let's grab some of that
Inventory
silicon. Do some of these windows. Oh, my inventory is full of iron though. Yeah, that's the one. I think I need to put some silicon into this door. Oh, I need nickel as well for that. Well, that button panel is done. Oh yeah, we also need silicon for that battery. So that's powered. Oh, that a detailing cube that I chopped off. Oop. Ah, didn't notice that. Let's put that floor block back. Damn it. Bum, 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 bum. There we go. Do I have the right colour selected? Probably not. There we go. Go like that for now, so I'm not welding that floor up yet. It's going to take up too much stuff. Right. More windows. Silicon. There we go. Oh yeah, let's finish this side here.